Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to do our cards for the week, commencing the 21st of December. First of all, apologies for lack of Vlogmas videos over the last few days. I've just had some stuff going on with a family member that's not very well, and it's just been exhausting. I've just found myself really exhausted because I'm kind of trying to sort that out, and I'm also trying to work as well, so it's just been a bit of a nightmare. So apologies for that. I do hope to be able to get them started again tomorrow, especially because tomorrow we've got the solstice, so I'd like to do a special solstice one. But I'm not going to promise because I just can't promise. But I'm really going to do my best. I really do want to do it. But sometimes, other things just take over, real life and all of that. So let me just have a little shuffle of the black and white Faulkner deck, first of all. Let's see what we've got. For next week. So first of all, we have the Devil. That's weird because as I was shuffling, I was actually thinking of the Devil card. So the Devil card is an interesting one. So, firstly, don't freak out. The Devil is not the Devil. But secondly, the Devil talks about things like repeating patterns and, being in a fear state. So, I'm in London, as you know, if you've watched my stuff before. And we've just been put into the new tier 4 of lockdown. Christmas for most people has effectively been cancelled. But you know what? It's an overused saying now, it is what it is. But it kind of is, and we have to just do our very best to enjoy what we have, rather than kind of grieving over what we don't have, what we'd expected to have and now we don't. The thing is, when we have an expectation of something and it doesn't happen, we kind of feel like it's been taken away from us, and that doesn't feel good, does it? But the reality is that things have kind of got a bit out of control in London by the sound of it, and it's in the southeast as well. So we have to do what we can to protect people that are vulnerable, and that's part of this, is to be able to protect the vulnerable. It's disappointing, it's sad, but it is what it is, and I don't like that really, because people just use that too much now. But we just got to get on with what we've got to get on with, and try not to be in the state of fear, be in the state of what you're going to enjoy what you have. So we have to kind of look at what we have, and luckily enough we have technology, and technology can help us to connect with those that are on their own, and it can, FaceTime, telephones, all of that kind of thing. I'm banging on about this a lot at the moment, but if you go back to generations before us that had to tolerate things like world wars, they didn't see their relatives for 5 years. They didn't have any contact with them other than letters. The letters didn't get through quite often. And they were living with this whole energy of, are they dead, are they alive? So in comparison, and I know we shouldn't necessarily compare, but looking on the positive side of what we have now, we have FaceTime, we have phones, we have computers, we have all these ways of being able to keep in touch with those people that we love. So let's be grateful for that and use those things to keep in touch. The Devil is all about this kind of whole repeating patterns, here we go again, all of that kind of stuff. So what the Devil is an illusion. If you look at the traditional Rider-Waite Devil card, they're not chained up at all. Actually, that is an illusion. They can just pull those chains off, and be free. Now, we can't pull the chains off of ourselves at the moment and kind of go charging off to be free, because that isn't healthy. It's not helpful to people that need our help and need our support, the vulnerable. So, you know, but we can be freer in our mind. We can not have a fixed old mindset that says this is all going to be terrible. We can have a mindset that says, you know what, it's going to be different, but I'm going to make the very best of it that I can. You know, even if you're on your own, don't particularly want to be, treat yourself to some nice things. Treat yourself to something nice to eat, maybe, or I don't know, a bubble bath, whatever it is for you. You know, to kind of ease it a little bit, to give yourself a little bit of self-care. So, and also do know, you know, that there are organisations, if you're really struggling, like Samaritans, that will be there. There are a lot of people on things like TikTok and FaceTime groups and things that are there in support. So seek that support if you need it. Now, let me just have a little shuffle of this lovely medieval Europe tarot. Sorry, that turned into a little bit of a mission, but it kind of needed to come out, I think. Let's just have a look and see what we've got with this lovely tarot deck. The Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is a great card, because what the Chariot talks about is being able to move forward. It's about staying on your path. It's about being in your own direction. I've said this before with the Chariot. You wouldn't get in your car and you do the paddles and let someone else do the steering. This is about you steering your path and you taking yourself forward in the direction that you want to go. So just give me 2 seconds. Come on. Before you knock everything over. Sorry, I've just got a bit of a cat war going on. They're just over in the other corner fighting. I was just worried they were going to knock everything over. Don't go back down there. They've got the wind in their tail today. Don't know why, but they have. They've got a bit of that devil energy, I think. So the Chariot is all about you going on your path, just staying on target. That's the saying that always comes up for me with the Chariot. Stay on target, and it always reminds me of that bit at the end of Star Wars, like the original Star Wars, where Luke's in the he's in his little flying rocket thing, and he's got to stay on target to hit the Death Star in the centre to get rid of it. So it always comes up for me that stay on target, stay on target. So yeah, absolutely brilliant, lovely card. It talks about us moving forward. So against the background of this devil energy at the moment, where we're kind of like, oh God, not again. The Chariot says we will move forward. So really, really positive energy from the Chariot. I'm just going to shuffle this lovely oracle deck that I have from Ian Doherty. This symbolic aura. So I'm just going to shuffle it, and I'll pull a card from here and see what we get. Okay. So that's the card that we have. This is number 29. So I'm going to read what it says in the book about this. Let's just see what it says. So it says in here, when drawn this card, it is likely that you are seeking a deeper communication with spirit, whether wanting to develop further as a medium or a psychic, or wishing to understand your abilities more. There is a strong suggestion of listening to your dreams and recall as much as you can. Be as detailed as you can in your recollection. Write them down. The element of this card is also asking you to take a risk. Not in the gambling sense, more in the coming out of your comfort zone. So it could be talking about taking an opportunity, coming out of the shadows, from the shadow of the trees. So it's really, really spiritual, this card. when I looked at it, first of all, I kind of got this kind of stepping out into the light kind of energy. But as you can see, there's the trees are there; they're protecting us here. So there is a lot of protection around us, and sometimes, like it says in the guidebook, it's difficult to leave that comfort and to take that risk. It's about calculated risk, I guess, but also being courageous. The Chariot also talks about being courageous and brave, and the Devil also talks about letting go of fears. So quite a good connection between the three cards there. I feel for this week is letting go of those fears, not being afraid to try something new, not being afraid to go on your own path, not being afraid to connect with your spirit guides and all of that good stuff. So I'm just going to pop down a Brian to go with these cards. I love those cards of Ian Doherty's, that symbolic aura. I will link the video that I did of the unboxing to the end of this so you can have a look at them. They really are stunning. I'm just going to have a little put down of a Brian to go with this. Heaven Sent. Well, that's interesting because the symbolic aura card that I pulled talked about your dreams and your dreams, recalling your dreams and paying attention to them. And this is a heaven sent card. This is the answer to your dreams. Stay grounded and focused and say thank you to your creator. The energy is spiritual there as well. This connection with spirit, the bird in there, it talks about connection with spirit to me too. So, we are in that energy at the moment of being in a place of fear. That Devil card talks about that. But the other cards are all hopeful. They're all full of hope. They're all asking us to focus on moving forward and connecting with spirit and allowing ourselves to be protected and to kind of move forward in that energy. So hopefully that has that's helped a little bit for this week. I will do my very best to be back for the rest of Vlogmas this week. Fingers crossed everything calms down and I can do that. If you wouldn't mind liking the video, if you have, of course, give it a thumbs up. That costs absolutely nothing. It really helps my channel to be seen. If you've loved the video and you want to see more, please subscribe because fingers crossed there will be more. And I will catch you all again tomorrow, as long as everything goes to plan. Bye for now.